Ordinary average guy podcast show. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Ordinary Average Guy podcast show, episode number 6. Um, this is the Ken Man J-Kenn coming at you, previously recorded from the Buxty Hootie Studios. Some things to talk about today. We have, first of all, I want to get you guys up to speed on something. My grass is looking killer. If you're a avid listener, you know that a couple weeks ago I been trying to get my grass up to speed here, kind of compete with the neighbors, and I'm getting there. It's looking pretty decent. A lot of hard work, a lot of blood, a lot of sweat, a lot of tears, but the grass is getting there, and it's actually something that I don't mind looking at anymore without, like I say, crying. Um, so that I just wanted to get out there right away. But it was a this past week. So like I said last week, I'm gonna do this whole thing where I'm gonna have a topic of the week, and then I'm gonna roll into emails and roll into unordinary opinion, roll into song of the week, and call it a day. I don't know. I was trying to figure out my topic of the week this week. It kind of hit me like a bus. Today's topic of the week is the medical field, if that makes any sense at all. Dentists, doctors, things like that. And really, why am I talking about that? Because last week I went to the dentist, and I figured this is the only real way I can say these stories if I just make it a topic. So I went to the dentist last week, right? And now I think if you know anything about me, you're going to know that I'm a guy who wants to be healthy. I want to be a healthy person. I wanna be skinny, and I want to be fit, and I want to live a long, healthy life. If you know other things about me, you'll realize that I don't do anything to make me healthy. For, I don't know. It's a lack of self control, lack of self everything. So the dentist appointment every 6 months, I go to the dentist for a cleaning, and like every 6 months, every time I go to the cleaning, I tell myself, all right, I'm going to floss. And I don't know if this is gonna make me sound bad. I don't know if this is disgusting. I never really asked other people about this, so I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm not a flosser. I don't floss. I don't do it. Every time I go to the dentist, I get yelled at. You gotta start flossing. You gotta floss. Floss. It's so important to floss. And then I tell myself, I'm gonna floss. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it a part of my nightly routine. And then, one day it turns into 2, turns into 4. Next thing you know, 6 months goes by, and I get a little reminder on my phone that I have to go to the dentist, and wouldn't you know it, I haven't flossed at all. I brush my teeth. I do brush my teeth, but I'll be honest with you, it's not like I'm brushing my teeth all the time. Every day I brush my teeth, but like brushing my teeth before bed, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, you might think I'm the most disgusted person in the world, but sometimes I just go to bed. And when I say sometimes, I mean most of the time. I just go to bed. And the thing is that when I went to the dentist this week, my what is that? The dental hygienist, the girl that just cleans your teeth. That's another thing too. So I'm going to the dentist, right? And my appointment's in the afternoon at the end of the day. So I run home to brush my teeth. And I think majority of the people do this. They brush their teeth before they go to the dentist, where they're going to clean your teeth. Really, there is no reason to brush your teeth before. Like, who are we trying to kid? That girl knew right away that I don't floss. She knew that just by looking at my gums, I guess. But the quick brush of my teeth before I go to the dentist is gonna cure 6 months of problems. I doubt it. I doubt it. But that's just what you do. So I went and brushed my teeth, went to the dentist, and she's looking at my teeth, and see, I have this dental hygienist all the time, every time I go, and she kind of gives me like a trick question, and she's like, how does she say that? She's like, how's the flossing going? You know, not asking me if I floss. She asked, how is it going? And I said, I'm not really doing it, and she says, I could tell. She had a real kind of an attitude about it, which I don't understand. I don't get it. Why? I think I said this a couple weeks ago when I was talking about my doctor, and I'm going to get into him a little later. I don't understand. Well, like my doctor, for example, I go for a physical every year. My numbers are terrible, and he gets all pissed off at me. It's like, dude, why do you care? Don't you want me to be like, seriously? If I was a doctor deep down, or a dentist, and I walked in and my patient was like insanely unhealthy and like 25 cavities, wouldn't you be like psyched about that? Like, ah, sweet, dude, nice, paying the bills this month, like when but they like legitimately get upset, which I guess you must be passionate about what they do, I guess. Anyway, she's all mad or whatever. So she cleans my teeth. The thing is, and I don't want to brag and knock on wood, but I do have nice teeth. I don't deserve them, but I do have nice teeth. I haven't had a cavity, and I don't remember the last time I had a cavity. She said, she even says, like, well, you really should start flossing, but your teeth are looking pretty good. The dentist rolls in, right? He walks in, and he looks him over or whatever. They do the whole like 2, 3, 3, 4, 2, 3. Which, what the hell is that? What is that? What does that mean? They're just looking at your teeth, going 2, 3, 3, 2. I don't. What is that? I don't know what the hell that. And he's going so fast too. So it's like, how are you? Are you really getting? Is it like? Are you rating my teeth? Because I don't know. I feel like you should be taking a little more time. But anyway, he says I have great teeth, and he goes to me, he says, whatever you're doing, keep on doing it. And I looked at the dental hygienist and I gave her a little shit ass grin, because it's like, dude, I just got doctor's orders. I don't have to floss. I haven't been flossing. My teeth are phenomenal, and I'm not gonna floss. The reason, okay, I'm guessing you should floss them, and there's a reason why they tell you to do it. I have a bridge in my mouth, like a bridge or whatever. So every time I do floss, I have to use like a little, a thing, like a poker, that I have to like thread the floss through, like a needle, and I have to thread the floss through, like I'm gonna sew, and then I have to like poke it in my. It's just a real pain in the ass. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't do it. What I really should do is get those, like those little pokers that you see people like poke their teeth, and you can do it like even if like driving down the road. Like that's what I should do, is just drive down the road, kill some time, and poke my teeth. Something's better than nothing. The doctor. Now I got a bone to pick with my doctor, and I kind of want to ask the world here. The world, as in the 3 people that tune in. My doctor too gets very okay. So every year, I have to do for my day job. I have to do a physical to get health insurance. Now, the doctor, I'm gonna be honest with you, he kind of pisses me off, because every year I go in for a physical, it is 100% covered, 100% free. The physical is free, the blood draw, all that stuff is free. Every year. So you go in. So here's the deal. So I go in or whatever, do the physical. He tells me how unhealthy I am. I really gotta cut back on the carbs. Yada yada yada. And same thing every year. He gets all mad. Well, then we do the physical, and then we're done. But then he'll ask me like, well, how's everything else? How's Anything else going on? And he puts me in a really weird position where he asks me a question. I feel like I have to say something. And I sit there. I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, I get headaches once in a while. And then we'll talk about, well, do you get enough sleep at night? I said, I don't know. Probably not. Maybe like 6 hours sometimes. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more, depending on the night. He's like, okay, well, maybe you should try to get more sleep. That may help with your headaches. Oh, okay. All right. I'll try that. Anything else going on? I don't know, like I guess like I have like my hip hurts once in a while, I guess. If I Does it hurt all the time? No, just like if I you know, like do something like heavy, you know, like work out or something. Do you stretch when you work out? No, yeah, no, not really. You should try stretching. Oh, okay. All right. Is there anything else? No, that I think that's it. Okay, we'll see you in a year. All right, so that's how it goes. That's the dialogue between us. Then all of a sudden I get a bill in the mail, okay, for $25. It's a copay. And I'm like, well, what the hell? This was supposed to be free. Well, I've learned, and here's a little tidbit for you guys. Maybe you guys don't know this, but if you go to a doctor and you like ask, and maybe I could be wrong on this, but this is my understanding, and you ask him some advice on something, and then you ask him on something else, those are like two different visits, apparently. So, like when I go in for my free physical, and the guy asks me how anything else is doing, and I feel like obligated to tell him something, bam, he charges me for that. And he gets me every year. And every year I go in and I'm like, I'm not going to answer the question. I'm going to tell him everything's fine. I'm not going to answer the question. I'm not going to answer the question. And I just feel obligated to tell him. And then I like even have to like dig deep. Like, oh, I got headaches or whatever. You know, I don't know. Or my hip hurt. You know, like I said, I have to dig deep on it. And I don't know. It's just, I feel like it's dirty, man. I feel like it's dirty. I hate it. I hate it. I just don't like it at all. And then another thing too. So my doctor is like a younger guy, right? So I used to have this doctor, and this is this is gonna sound weird. Okay, what I'm about to say is going to sound weird, but I'm curious if this is the norm. Okay, so I go into the doctor, right, for the physical. You know, he hits my knee with the hammer. My leg kicks. Good. You pass. He here's my back. I breathe in deep 3 times. All right, I can breathe. He even makes me take my shirt off, right, to look for like something. I'm guessing like skin cancer or something. I pass. Now, again, this is gonna sound weird, but my old doctor, you know, the whole, you know, all right, drop your pants. You know, they grab your balls, and you got to do the cough, right? That's something. Then, oh, yep, you're good to go. For some odd reason, my new doctor doesn't do that. Now, I really don't want this to be misconstrued. I don't necessarily want him to do that, but I feel medically, for good health, I would be more comfortable if he did. I would like him to do that. Because I want to make sure that like he's not missing something. Like I go to the doctor for a physical. I want to walk out of there knowing that I have a 100%, you know, clean bill of health. And I'll be honest with you, I have about a 95% guarantee that I feel good about that because he's not doing that. And I feel like, and I talked to another guy too that he said, yeah, my doctor doesn't do that either. Now, again, I want to preference. I am a heterosexual, happily married man, and I'm not going out soliciting this type of stuff, but he is my doctor. So I even asked him one time, I said, hey, don't you got to do the, you know, I mean, it's a weird thing to talk about. So don't you have to, you know, grab the, you know, do that? It's like, oh, no. He said, do they feel not normal? And that's what he asked me. It's like, dude, I'm not the doctor. Okay? I'm not the doctor. And also, number 2, what makes you think that I'm feeling them all the time anyway. What makes you think that? What about me makes you think that my hands are there all the time anyway? But needless to say, I've only felt my pair, so I don't know what normal is and what normal isn't. I don't know. That's what your job is, and quite frankly, I don't know. So I'm 100% asking the question. Email me, J-Kenn, OAG, at outlook.com, okay? And let me know, is this something that has gone by the wayside? Are the younger doctors not doing this anymore? Because I don't know. I feel like it's important, quite frankly. And I don't know. So, okay, here's the deal. I asked my wife, right? I say, when you go to the doctor, do they, grab your lady? Well, the freaking women have a doctor specifically for that area. The name slips my mind. I don't, oh yeah, gynecologist, right? The old, I'm not a gynecologist, but I'll take a look. You know what I'm saying? But they have a doctor specifically for that. And then I asked her, I said, well, you have a doctor, does she grab your, the boobs, and they do that. They check, make sure everything's okay. So I feel like my doctor's not doing his job, man. And I don't know. Anyway, so now every time I have, I guess I have to check myself more, I guess. My doctor's not going to do it. And then you try to look up videos on how to do it, and then you get viruses. Oh, shit. I don't know. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've been wanting to get that off my chest for a while. My doctor also tells me, I should do yoga and shit. It's like, dude, do I look like a guy that's doing yoga? Seriously. Do I look like a guy that's doing yoga? And then I was complaining about, because I had because I go in the winter in the beginning of the year, and I get I don't know if it's eczema or I have no idea, dry skin. And I asked him, and he saw that, and I didn't even bring it up. He saw it. He's, oh, you got dry skin? I was like, yeah, I get dry skin. He's like, well, you gotta, you should be putting lotion on. And it's like, I don't know, fellow dudes. Are you guys putting lotion? I always, when I had hands, right now, my hands, I was working hard all weekend. Legit working hard all weekend. Doing yard work, right? My hands are all beat to hell, right? They're all cracked and everything. To me, that's like a badge of honor. To me, that's like a badge of honor. Hard-working hands, calluses, yes. And he wants me to, take a bath in lotion. It's like, dude, get real. I'm not doing it. I don't know. But he's a nice guy, so what are you gonna do? That's my topic of the week. Doctors and dentists. If you got some funny dentist doctor stories, send them my way. Facebook, The Ordinary Average Guy Podcast Show, and email J-Kenn, OAG, at outlook.com. Speaking of emails, we got a couple. Wouldn't you know it? We got a couple. And let me just get to them here. 1 second. While we wait, I'd like to talk about our sponsors. First sponsor is I would like to thank our sponsors. That's our sponsor segment. We don't have any. Okay. Oh, J-Kenn. All right, here we go. J-Kenn. Okay, so this is a two-parter. All right. Dude, this is from Chris. Dude, the whole fruit conversation. Couldn't agree with you more. I bet we spend $50 per week on fruit for my wife and the kids, and half of it ends up in the garbage because it goes bad before it even gets eaten. I hate fruit, he says. And that's the thing. Oh, love it in a smoothie, but I can't stand just simply eating fruit. I would so much rather have broccoli, cauliflower, or my favorite, green beans. Dude, I'm telling you, it's truth, man. Vegetables are like when I was a little kid. I don't know. Every week I talk about this. I don't want this to become a whole, like hate bashing fruit podcast. I'm just saying. Right now, as I talk, I have 5 bananas upstairs. 3 of them are yellow. 2 of them are black. Why is that? Can anyone tell me that? Why? They're all on the same stem. I'll tell you what. You will never have that issue with a Pop-Tart. The Pop-Tart is always there for you, ready to go. All right, but here's the actual question here. So, I'd like to know your opinion on what is considered a clean house. Oh boy, oh man, I wish I had my wife on the podcast for this one. Trying to get her on here, but it's damn near impossible when you got 3 little kids. Is a clean house clean when it's not full of clutter and kids' toys and laundry and shoes and all that stuff laying around? Or is it clean when you eat out of the toilets and lick the floor? I know it's impossible to have both and live in an ordinary average guy's house. What is the real definition of clean? Which would you prefer? Wow, that's a tough question. So I will say, so like my opinion is a clean house is a picked up house. Okay? It's a house that's picked up. So like like organized, right? So like my wife, but see the thing is, when I was single, I didn't have anything. So I didn't really have a messy house because I didn't have anything to have messy. you know, clothes on the floor was about it. My wife, though, when I married her, she is I would say she's a clean freak. She's a clean freak. I always tell her her. I saw something on Facebook one time and I showed it to her. It was so her. But basically, if you have time to sit down, you have time to clean, right? If you have time to relax, you have time to clean. She's always cleaning. We get the kids to bed, we come downstairs, and it's all right, time to clean. And it's all and that's the difference between her and me. So like I'm like, who gives a shit? Like who cares? Just let it. We're just talking toys. Now if someone pissed all over the floor, okay, yeah, you gotta clean it up right away. Like time is of the essence. But if it's just like a toy truck, I would just push it up against the wall, whereas she would put it in the toy room and put it away, right? Me, I put the toys in the toy room. Then she looks and she said, well, you didn't put these toys away. I said, what are you talking about? I put them in the toy room. No. They're not away. See, the difference here is I live in a house where everything needs to be put away. And then even like the dishes, like I'll unload the dish. I said this a while ago, just some family. I said, every time that I unload the dishwasher, which I do, she unloads it more because she's home. She's a homemaker. She's a stay-at-home mother. Okay, she's a stay-at-home mother, and I'm out, working. But so yeah, she unloads the dishwasher more than me. So when I do it, I'll be honest with you, I don't know where half the stuff goes. I know where the forks go, I know where the knives go, I know where the spoons go, I know where the plates go. But she's got like some Tupperware goes over here, then some Tupperware goes over there, and then that ladle goes into the drawer, but that ladle goes into the fancy bowl on the counter, and it's just kind of like what. So I just it's impossible. It's impossible. But anyway, I'm kind of doing a little vent sesh. Sorry about that. I'm to get back into the question. I personally, I will say that I do enjoy a house. I think if it's just picked up, and you'll feel better too. You'll feel better too. I have a shop out in my garage. I do woodworking on the side. That's right. I build stuff. I'm a carpenter, and during a project, my little shop area gets pretty messy, right? Because I just don't put things away, and I'm working and I'm using them, and then when I'm done with the project, it's like a mess. And then when I take some time and I put everything away, and you do feel a lot better when it's put away. So answer the question. I think now when you're having a party, okay, so when you're having a party, I do respect the people that have a party and you go to their house and it is clean. I'm talking clean. Now, I'm not like toilets too. I will say that I don't know. When you have people over, like, yeah, I'm of the mindset if I'm gonna have people over, I want a clean house, at least picked up. But what is funny is like when we have like a birthday party for my kids, and the only people that are coming over is family, and then like my mom and dad will come over the day before and help us clean for them to come over. or when you mop the floor and then all these people start coming in and food's getting dropped on the floor in like 5 seconds. It's like, why do we mop this floor for? You really should clean after the party. And so you should take all that effort and clean after the party. So I don't know. I didn't really answer your question, but I will say that a clean house to me is a picked up house, an orderly fashion, dishes in the dishwasher kind of thing. The dishwasher can be loaded full of dirty dishes, but it's still in the dishwasher. Now, if you were to ask my wife, she'd be like, dude, you're full of shit. You're the most disgusting guy I've ever seen. And whatever. Teach their own. If you're going to have a party, you should clean. Do a deep clean. Maybe like once every, like spring cleaning, right? That's what that is, a deep clean. So, hope that answers your question, Chris. All right. Now we're on to next segment of the show. Unordinary opinion. He's a man who's got an unordinary opinion. Oh yeah, baby. He thinks something's cool that people think is dumb, or he thinks something's dumb that people think is cool. He's got an unordinary opinion. All right, enough of that. Hey, I literally got some critique this week from a gentleman who listens every week, and he says, "Hey, little long-winded." He goes, I listen every week, but a little long-winded. Try to get it down to 45 minutes. Huh? And I'm going to take your advice and not listen to it. And we're gonna stick with going. Well, actually, no, we're at 28 minutes now, so I don't know. We're doing pretty good. Man. Unordinary opinion this week. All right, so I'll tell you what. My wife and I went out for lunch this week, and got rid of the kids, and we went out for lunch, and to a nicer restaurant. Not like not too crazy fancy, but it's little better than your Applebee's. And we sat outside, and it was a nice time. The weather was nice and everything. And what is the deal? What's the deal? That's my Seinfeld. Do you like it? What's the deal? That's not good. With I sound like an old man right now. But what is the deal with all these people, these kids? 20 years old or so, 21, 18, 19, 20, 21. Everyone looks like they just rolled out of bed. Like I would never. And I am not a person that has any sense of fashion, okay? None. But I would never go to a nicer, anywhere. I would never go anywhere with sweatpants on. I just wouldn't do it. And I feel like that's not something I never remember years ago. Like my dad, my uncles, my aunts, all their friends, no one ever walked around with sweatpants on. And now all of a sudden, and don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm okay with the yoga pants. I mean, let's be real here. That's fine. We're okay with that. But I'm talking sweatpants. Went to this nice place. This guy comes rolling. He's got a hoodie sweatshirt on, sweatpants on. It's like, dude, you literally look like you just rolled out of bed. And I just don't understand what's going on with this whole. Everyone just is walking around, and then especially, I don't know, maybe I would go outside if I had to run to the the gas station. I would maybe, and I had sweatpants on. All right, whatever. I got our quick run and get something. I'm coming right back. But people, I would never. I don't think I could ever walk outside and go someplace with pajama pants on, like the checkered pajama pants. I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody. Like I'm not offending anybody. And if you do this, please let me know why you do. But I don't understand. I don't get it. Put some pants on. Put some good old Levi's on, and go out on the town. Not with your sweatpants, with some pants, some nice pants, and a nice shirt. And again, this is coming from a guy who has no sense of fashion at all. At all. But that's my unordinary opinion this week is I don't know. Goddamn kids walking around with their sweatpants on and I'm tell you one other thing too. This whole socks with sandals thing. Like when I was a kid, when I was in high school, we used to make fun of people with socks and sandals. That was you were a loser if you wore socks with sandals. That was like the biggest no-no. Like these guys who wore socks and sandals. Hey, nice socks and sandals, you loser. We used to make fun of them kids. Not me. I didn't. I wasn't a part of that. I just witnessed it. And then I said something about it. If you want to know the true story, I witnessed it and then I said something about it. But the bullies were making fun of people with the socks and the sandals. Anyway, now everyone, like, people are wearing these socks and sandals, and it just drives me. I just don't get it. And the people that I see doing this are what I would consider would be the quote unquote cool kid, if you will. And they got their, and then they're like these like damn near tube socks on. It's like, dude, I had tube socks for one reason and one reason only. And it wasn't to wear. All right, so these guys, I don't know, man. I just don't get it. Here I don't know. These kids these days, and I blame Kanye West. That's who I blame. I don't know him that well, but he's always wearing. He always looks like when I'd see pictures with him and Kim Kardashian, back when they were married or whatever. Not that I'm into the whole. Who am I kidding? Of course I'm into the Kardashians. I have two eyes. I have 20/20 vision. Of course I'm into them. But Kim Kardashian, she would look all, have nice clothes on or whatever, and Kanye West would be wearing like sweatpants and sweatshirts to the Met Gala. I don't know. I just don't get it. And then is he still trying to sell those shoes? Those disgusting, ugly looking shoes that people pay like $400 for? I'm telling you right now, if you ever bought a pair of those shoes and you're listening to this podcast, turn it off. Because you're not an ordinary average person. Okay? You're not. Turn this podcast off. Call the first therapist you see in the phone book and make an appointment. Because those are the ugliest goddamn shoes I've ever saw in my life. And they definitely weren't worth. I mean, I'm talking like $500. I think they were like $500 or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm just getting old. turning into an old man, I guess. 36 though. I thought I was young. I guess I'm sorry. This whole podcast has been just me kind of actually pissing and moaning about a lot of things, and it shouldn't be like that. But all right, we're on to our. Do I have any? No, I got some more emails. We'll save them for next week. On to, ladies and gentlemen, you've been waiting for it all week long. The song of the week. Now, this song of the week is a song that I was talking to my wife about. She reminded me of this song. Well, she didn't remind me of the song. She's like, "Oh, what about this song?" And I'm like, "Oh my god." My wife and I have such good music and I have a song that we're gonna do down the road sometime. That has a good story about me and my wife. But we have similar tastes in music, kind of, if you will. But she's like, "Oh, what about that song?" I was like, "You know what?" I told her, I said, I was listening to that song nonstop like 3 weeks ago. I was listening to that song nonstop. And it's a song that I would venture to guess that the majority of you have not heard. And that's what I get most excited about. It's a song I would guess that you haven't heard. Maybe some of you, but not all of you. And I would like for you guys to check it out. It's from a band called Built to Spill. And they're an indie rock band from the 90s. Yeah, so it's like an indie rock, alternative rock kind of thing. And the song is Carry the Zero. Carry the Zero by the band Built to Spill. And it's off there if you're looking. If you're going to go to your record store and buy the record, it's the record Keep It Like a Secret is the record from February 2nd, 1999. It was released. Hey, February. That's a good month. It's the month I was born. February. So, ladies and gentlemen, send me those emails on any funny doctor, dentist stories you have. Let me know if the whole, what is that called? I don't. Let me know if my doctor is just following the norm or if I need to find a new one that's going to give me a 100% full body exam. Let me know send me those emails about any questions you have that you'd like me to kind of answer. And then also check out Carry the Zero by Built to Spill. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. And I'm not just saying that. I'm really not just saying that. I hope you have a fantastic week. See ya.